Empathy is not gay. Empathy is not black. Empathy is bisexual. It must go both ways. It must go both ways. Remember, taking a man's livelihood is akin to killing him. I'm begging you, please do not abort the baby. Kevin Hart dreamt his entire life of hosting the Oscars, and when he finally got the job, they just took it. It's not fair. They didn't kill him. Kevin's a strong guy. But I'm sure it broke old Clifford's heart. It's over. LBGTQ, LMNOP, QIZ, it is over. I am not telling another joke about you until we are both sure that we are laughing together. I'm telling you, this is done. I'm done talking about it. All I ask from your community, with all humility, will you please stop punching down on my people? Thank you very much, and good night.
Another one. Another one. Another one. Another one.
Yo, what's going on, guys? So, as you can tell from that clip, this is going to be talking about Dave Chappelle's Closer and what he said at the end, which I've not heard anyone talk about this. I saw this just on a random YouTube channel called Controversial Radio. I am going to play, well, that is their clip, you can tell in the top right corner, but this is where I found it, and no one's talking about this. I was going to watch The Closer some time ago. I've been really busy trying to get some stuff together, but for him to talk about what he is at the end about empathy and not punching down on his people from the trans people, it made me emotional the first time I heard it, and it instantly struck a chord. If you know Dave Chappelle and you know his career, throughout his entire career, he's always talked about the black and white tension, the issues with racism and stuff. Some of his most famous characters are based on that. The black guy that was part of the KKK that was blind.
Sir, my message is simple. Jews, homosexuals, Mexicans, Arabs, and all kinds of different chanks stink, and I hate it.
I noticed you referred to African Americans. What exactly is your problem?
How much time you got, buddy?
Things like that. It's a lot of it is in racism. So I think the reason why he probably feels comfortable making the jokes about trans people because he knows it's just a joke. So when he hears people make comments about black people or whatever, he doesn't take it that way. And he knows, especially with everything that's happened with the trans community and black community, the black community has went through a whole hell of a lot for a very, very long time. I'm not saying the trans community hasn't at all, but I'm saying it's always been historically present. The black community has dealt with issues that they have, and they've never really been focused on. That's why he's saying the thing about punching down on his people, because when he talks about the baby and he talks about taking someone's livelihood being akin to pretty much breaking them, that's what he's talking about. He's directly comparing that to, oh, if you stop the baby from doing what he's doing in his career, he's making this money, you don't know what else he's going to turn to, you don't know what else he's going to necessarily do. I don't think this man is making this comment that he made to necessarily be flagrant towards every person that is trans or every person that might be gay or bisexual. I don't think that he is making comments akin to that. And I think that's what Dave Chappelle is trying to say. That's why Dave Chappelle led this with the story about Daphne, about the trans woman that watched his show, that loved him, that went to his shows, that he had perform openers for him. And she bombed. He talks about the story, he talks about how she loved his jokes, even the jokes that are trans related. She laughed the hardest during those jokes, according to what he said. So he was using that story to build up this idea of You don't have to necessarily be offended because I'm not punching at these people. I'm not trying to punch at these people. I'm not trying to make them lose their job. I'm not trying to. That's why he's doing this. It's extremely calculated. That's why he's one of the best storytellers. From beginning to end, he's building this story the entire time of Daphne said I don't punch down on people. Everyone says I don't punch at people. I punch at the lines. So when he's making these trans jokes, he's making these trans jokes because he's punching at the line of, okay, so it's okay to make these jokes about black people and for all these things that have happened to black people, but you can't make jokes about trans people even if you don't hate them. Your history shows that you don't, and things like that. That's what he's trying to portray. I'm not saying I would make the same jokes, but I am defending him because with me, I believe all forms of comedy should be available as long as it's not based in based in something that's crass, something that's real, something that's hateful. If a KKK person was doing jokes about a black person, it's not the same thing as if a black person is doing a person about a black person, or a Middle Eastern person that is dark skinned doing a joke about a black person, as long as it's not based in actual hate. So yeah, guys, let me know what you guys think about this down below. Every outlet is trying to make Dave Chappelle seem like an enemy prior to me seeing this. I haven't watched the full special, so I did not see the end of it like this, but no one is talking about this part. Everyone's talking about what happened earlier where he's talking about the baby. But with Dave Chappelle's storytelling, if he was talking about the baby earlier in this special, that is to contribute to this end factor as well. His specials are made in a very, very calculated way. Everyone says that Dave Chappelle is an extremely calculated person. He's a fun person. He can go do anything he wants and have a good time and all that kind of stuff. But he's still extremely calculated. So I don't know what you guys think about this down below. This can very quickly become controversial. This might not be controversial, but I think more people should be talking about the end of Closer and how he ended it. That also, it's called Closer for a reason. Closer. Think about it. He threw the mic at the end. He makes a comment about not punching down on his people, because that is not just going to hit with only trans people. That hits across the board with everyone, especially with what's going on. Stop punching down on my people. Stop trying to take their jobs. Stop trying to talk bad about them. Stop trying to put them in jail, etc. Those kinds of things. So if you guys like content like this, like, comment, subscribe. We're doing a giveaway of 500 subscribers, and catch you guys in the next one.